Hi, I'm Adam Kunzmiller with BGG TV at Gen Con 2015, and I'm joined by Kevin Nunn with Artistic Justice Games, and we're here to talk about Dragon Tides. So what can you tell me about Dragon Tides?
So Dragon Tides puts you in an action movie, and you get to do the kinds of fights and adventures that action movie characters do. So one of the things you're going to have to do is you're going to have to be an action movie star, and here we have Bruce Lee, one of the greatest action movie stars of all time. We also have Brandon Lee in the game and 6 other playable characters. With the game, you're going to get a mini for each of your characters, so there's Bruce's mini. You're going to get some cards that are special to each character. Here are Bruce's cards, pardon me. And you're also going to have some dice and a variety of tokens. Now I have just a few tokens out here to do a quick demo, but the game actually comes with a large number of tokens.
All right.
So here we have the garden where Bruce was trying to relax and just mind his own business.
Of course.
But unfortunately, some thugs have come up. This thug, you'll notice, is labeled as a guard. There are 3 types of thugs. There are toughs, there are guards, and there are operatives, and they are differently difficulty. Guards are the medium difficulty guys. So let's assume that Bruce wants to teach this guy a little lesson about how to behave. Well, if we look at Bruce's turn order, right here on the player mat, we have Bruce's ratings: strike of 3, throw of 3, grapple of 3, move of 3. Bruce is very balanced. The other characters are imbalanced, but Bruce always symbolized harmony and balance. So his attributes are balanced. Then we're going to do lights, then camera, then action. Lights. Bruce can choose any one of his signature moves to hide right here on his mat. So we're going to put that one right there. He doesn't have to reveal it until he wants to. Then camera. This is an action movie. Bruce wants to get into position for the shot. So he's going to move into position so he'll look very dramatic on the camera. And now he's next to this guard. And then action. Bruce can attack. So the first thing Bruce is going to do is reveal that he's a nunchaku master. He can reveal that at any time, and he rolls an extra die when he's attacking.
Okay.
Now, the minion sees him coming, the minion tries to get ready, and we have a showdown. So we're each going to pick our showdown cards. All right. Now, you're playing the minion for me. I'm going to roll dice for Bruce.
Okay.
When we reveal, the minion thought that Bruce was going to try and grapple him, but in fact you went in to throw him. Your throw beats my strike. That's a 2-die bonus.
Excellent.
Now we take a look at your throw. Bruce's throw is 3, so you're going to roll 3 dice. And I'm sorry, you're playing the.
Bruce will roll.
Bruce will roll. I will roll those dice. I got myself crossed over there, and you're going to roll those dice as the minion. As the minion. So here come Bruce's dice. Okay, now since Bruce is the attacker, we look at the fists. Bruce has 1, 2, 3, 4. This is improbably high. And so I'm going to cheat and say that you rolled that. All right. So Bruce rolled 1, 2, 3, 4 fists, and you have 2 shields. So 2 shields cancel out 2 of Bruce's fists, but there's still 2 fists coming. 1 fist is enough to bruise up the guard and give him a black eye. A second one knocks him out. Now let's go back to that roll you got. That delicious insanity.
Yes.
With 6 shields, Bruce's 4 fists don't even get through.
Right.
Let's have a little bit more fun. Let's suppose that you had rolled this. Now Bruce's attack, 4 fists, are blocked by your 4 shields, and you get to counterattack with your fists. So now that guard is sending 2 fists back at Bruce, and Bruce only rolled 1 shield. Bruce would be the one taking some damage.
So he has instantly become the most effective guard to ever face Bruce.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. We all know that actually what happens is guards just wither when they see Bruce show up. And so that's the core of the game.
Okay.
Now, to get a full play experience, rather than just doing little fights like that, we have movies. So we have the core rule book, and then we have 2 movies. Where would you like me to put those under camera?
Put those here.
We have the movie Glitter Bang and the movie Shakedown in Little China. And so for each of these movies, there is narrative, and then as you get to the end of the narrative, you go to the back of the book and you play out the appropriate scene. Then, depending on who wins the scene, that gives different rewards, and then you go back into the narrative and pick up where you left off.
Gotcha.
And the narrative branches depending on who won or what decisions people play. So in this case, you'd have one player sitting at the table playing all the thugs, and every other player gets to play one of the main heroes. But the player playing the thugs also gets to have an action movie star as the master villain, and the master villain will be waiting for them to face in the final scene.
Okay, great. And so that at the moment it supports 4 players then?
It supports 5 players, including the player who plays the villain.
Gotcha. Cool. And how long does a typical game last?
If you play just one scene, an individual scene is 20 to 30 minutes at most. We went for fast play. An entire movie you can easily play within 3 hours, including teaching new players.
And so how many scenes are in a typical movie?
A typical movie has about 6 to 8 scenes in it, depending on which path the players take.
Okay, and I heard from talking to you earlier that you already have some plans to expand the game and add more heroes and stuff like that?
We have 2 expansions planned and a number of extra characters. When we did the Kickstarter campaign, one of the main stretch goals was additional characters for the game, and we have a number of those, and then we have 2 expansions coming, Snuff Nuff and
another one.
And another one, which I will remember the name of any second now. It'll come to me, and then I'll say, oh, yes, and the other one.
All right. And
Aldi looks at me funny.
Is this available now?
This is our printer's proof right now. We are taking pre-orders, and we will be shipping very soon, right after we correct a couple of typos that we caught in the rule book and a couple of printing errors, so we can make the game as close to perfect as we can get it. And then it'll definitely be on shelves for Christmas.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Kevin. And
thank you very much. Internal Affairs. I told you I'd remember. The other one is called Internal Affairs, folks.
Well, that was Dragon Tides with Artistic Justice Games.